Well, boys and girls, have we turned a bit of a corner? This is Luton Town Let's Play Season 2, Episode 2. Before we get into the video, please leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what you're watching. Turn on the notifications, all that sort of stuff by hitting the bell. But now let's get into the episode because we started off the season disappointingly. If we go to the schedule, we had the first two games away at Ellen Road to Leeds United and then at home to Crystal Palace. We lost both of them 1-0, but we weren't out of them games. We were very much deserving of at least a point in each of them games, in my opinion anyway. Then we played Arsenal at home, and again, we lost 1-0 again. It's starting to become our favourite scoreline, losing 1-0. If we generate the report and have a look at the stats for this game, as you can see here, we were by no means outplayed in this game. If anything, we definitely deserved at least a point from this. I wouldn't say we necessarily deserved to win the game, but I'd say we definitely did deserve to get a point, and hitting the woodwork was painful to watch as well. But after that, we then went into a Carabao Cup game against West Ham, and you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of the Carabao Cup, but we are Luton Town, so we have to take competition seriously. And we won by 2-1 at home. Goals from Oscar Cortez, his first ever goal for us, one of our new signings, and Ricardo Pepe also getting on the score sheet as well for his first ever goal. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, we've got a win. We're going in against Brighton now, so let's see if we can do something against them because they're not exactly flying at the moment. And as you see, we lost 3-2, but when you look at the stats for the game, again, I don't think we were overly outplayed in this game. I thought this was a very even game. They took the lead in the first minute through Evan Ferguson. Then João Pedro made it 2-0 after 7 minutes. And I'll be honest, by this point, I was fearing the worst. This was a game that was strewn with errors. That was a goal came from a misplaced pass from us. And then when Evan Ferguson scored on 36 minutes after we'd just pulled one back, it was Tom Lockyer had the ball. Rather than playing a simple pass forward to Leyton, I think it was in midfield, he decided to try a sideways pass to Denea, and Ferguson intercepted it, run through one-on-one to the keeper and scored. I was fuming. I was so livid. But then Ricardo Pepe got us back into the match right on the stroke of half-time, making it 3-2. But unfortunately, we were unable to find a third goal or fourth in the second half to get our first points of the season. So that was disappointing. Then we came to play Southampton, who at the time was 6th in the league, and I think now they're still around that area. Oscar Cortez with a penalty on 82 minutes. Oh my God. I was jumping with joy at that. We held on, we got the win, and again, I'd say a draw probably would have been a fair result, but considering how these games had gone when we deserved something from it, absolutely I'm taking that. We then had West Ham at the London Stadium. 3-2 we won that game with 2 goals from Ogbene and 1 goal from Pepe. Ogbene had been moaning about not being in the team. I decided to give him an opportunity to prove himself, and my word did he do that. And that's exactly what you want to see when you bring in a player that's moaning about not being in the team. You want them to show what they're worth, and he absolutely did it. As you can see, Lucas Moura gave West Ham the lead on 24 minutes, but then we pulled it back to 1-1. Declan Rice then scored to make it 2-1. We then pulled it back with Ogbene again to make it 2-2, and then Pepe got us the winner 9 minutes later, 20 minutes from time, and we managed to see it through. And again, I'd say we were good value for that win. Then we got to the third round of the Carabao Cup against Colchester. We had a little bit of rotation in the team, like Harvey White came in, for example, but overall it was close to our first team, and we won 3-1. Goals from Onyeka, Clark and Dyke. Dale Dyke getting a goal in the 97th minute of the game. We was already winning 2-1. They'd pulled a goal back in the 91st minute, and there was like 8 minutes of time to be added on to it. Bit of a nervous ending to the game, but Dale Dyke put our fears to rest with his goal in the 97th minute. Then we played Everton, and after this win, 2-1 at home, Ogbene again, Brandon Williams getting his first ever goal for us. Again, good value for the win. I'll show you the stats for the game. And as you see, Everton may have slightly had the better of the game, but I think we were definitely deserving of a point, but I'll take the 2. At that point, we were 10th in the table for an hour until whoever it was played later on went above us. And I won Manager of the Month. See if I can find it in here. I mean, Aguirre thinks we could avoid relegation. That's nice to see. Can we find where... I mean, I could have got this prepared. There you go. September Manager of the Month for Luton's Hills. I was delighted with being named Manager of the Month. Considering how things have been going previously, I will absolutely take being named Manager of the Month. It's the first time I've won that as Everton manager. So 4 games played, 4 wins, delighted. We then played Newcastle. Again, I don't think we were outplayed in this game. This is I mean, okay, that might prove me a little bit wrong, but when I sort of think back to it, yes, we was outplayed, but Cavallina, he had the game of his life. I mean, really, if we could have got a goal to get a 1-1 draw, that would have totally paid Cavallina back for his performance, because he made some phenomenal saves in this game. He really, really did. And I sat at one point thinking he must be around an 8. And I do think a 7.5 is probably underselling him a little bit. So, okay, I'll take back the fact that we weren't outplayed. Newcastle did outplay us. Manchester City, 1-1 draw at home. Again, similar to Newcastle, we were pretty outplayed by Manchester City. But look, I was expecting 2 defeats from them 2 games. So the fact that Emil Breivik managed to get a goal on the 80th minute, which actually gave us the lead, until Jack Grealish managed to get them their equaliser 1 minute from time. Heartbreaking stuff, really. But you know what? 1 point out of them 2 games is 1 point more than what I thought we were going to get. So in today's episode, we're going to be facing Aston Villa in the Premier League. They're 6th. And then I thought we'd do Leyton Orient in the Carabao Cup 4th round. Because if we win that, we get a place in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And it looks like we could be having a nice little cup run. So let's get into the game. Aston Villa it is. We'll click yes for opposition instructions. We have made a signing, by the way. Antoine Semenyo. We brought in from Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth for £4.6 million. It could potentially rise to 5.5. He's been okay for us. It's been nothing special, to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed. But he can play left, right. He can also play up top. To be honest, I did actually plan on playing him as a striker when I first brought him in, but then Pepe decided to get a bit of form going and has kind of taken that number 1 striker spot with 3 goals and 2 assists from 9 appearances. I'm finding it hard to leave him out. Emil Breivik is back from his injury that he had. So as you can see, our starting lineup, we've got Cavallina in goal, Bello, a 3rd choice left back, Williams at right back, Diku and Danaya in the centre of defence, Leyduni in the defensive part of the midfield with Onyeka and Breivik just in front of him. Then we have Semenyo on the left, Ogbene on the right and Pepe up front. We have got Reece Burke back on the bench. He's been out injured, so it's nice to have him back. And in actual fact, you know what? We're going to take Bello out. We're going to put Burke back in and then swap Williams to the left. So we've got Lockyer on the bench, along with Bello, O'Reilly, Clark, Pagino, Dyke, Ruckman and White. Harvey White, in the few substitute appearances we've been giving him, has actually looked pretty good. In terms of our injury list, we've got Amari Bell out injured for another, up to 3 months. Oscar Cortez is out for 2 weeks. And then Escoval and Gomez are just coming back from injury. So let's get into the game. And again, this is the type of game that, as long as we're not outplayed, I can probably take a defeat. But I think we're good enough to get something against Aston Villa. It's a shame it's away. We do seem to be putting in our best performances at home. So we have had the first shot of the game. Weren't on target, but it was the first shot. So let me know in the comments what your FM24 saves are going like. Do you have the game yet? You're waiting for the full release? Or maybe you're someone that doesn't really play FM, you just like watching it on YouTube. So here's our first highlight of the game. It's with Aston Villa, Guedes to Dorsch to Mings, to Moreno. It looks like it's going to be a goal for them. No, good tackle. And that's going to be a penalty, surely. No? Wow, okay. That had every look about it of being a penalty. So nothing ended up coming from it. We put in some... I have noticed how we do seem to be getting tackles in. We seem to be running back a lot more. I don't know if that's a confidence thing or what it is. So they're actually lined up for 4-2-4, which is a formation we've played in spells last season. We've not had a shot at goal since the opening minute of the match. We have gone on to a balanced mentality as well in the last. We've done that for the game against Newcastle and Man City, and I've kept it for this game as well. So that's 0-0 at half time. Not overly disappointed. Proud of everyone's efforts. Yeah, well, it didn't seem to react very well to it, but so we kick the half off with a highlight. Leyton gives it to Williams, who's got yet another yellow card. He's just giving it away, and now he's going to get sent off. You absolute fool. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, are we taking Leyton off? I mean, Leyton is playing quite well. So I'll probably take Onyeka off to put a left back in place. Brandon Williams does seem a bit of a liability because he's constantly getting yellow cards. How he's not been suspended yet, I don't know. Well, he is now. So Villa have the highlight. We was going to struggle to get anything from this game with 11 men. And there you go, Lucas Beltran. Or is that going to be offside? The referee's blown his whistle. We did bung a tenner in his pocket earlier. He's robbed us. He's absolutely robbed us. Shocking behaviour from the ref there. That was clearly offside. Absolutely 100% it was. VAR has let us down. I don't think we're going to get the game replayed. Right, let's look at making some substitutions. This is annoying me as well. Just stay like that, for crying out loud. Right, I mean, we can take Burke off and put Denea out there. Semenyo is having a shocker as well. And Brevek's not playing particularly well, so let's bring on Matt O'Reilly. Leave ourselves one more substitution, might get an injury or something, you know. Wouldn't be surprising, let's face it, with how many injuries we're getting in this early release. Oh, there you go. What did I say? And we've got no defenders to use. Well, we've got Rockman, which he's going to have to come on. Oh, these injuries. I don't want to keep moaning about the injury situation, but it's just ludicrous. I mean, we had 3 players injured in one training session the other day. Luckily, they were all minor injuries. They weren't major ones or anything, but we've managed to keep it out somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but I mean, to be fair, I'm quite impressed we're only losing 1-0. We're down to 10 men. We've got a left back playing at right back. 1-0 defeat away from home to Aston Villa is not an overly bad result. Can we get something? Bello with a long throw. Gives it to Pepe. I mean, surely that's offside. I mean, come on, ref. No? That's fine. Okay. Looked about 3 miles offside to me, but clearly Villa must have given him 20 quid. And that's going to be, no, got one more goal to go in. I mean, ref, do you want to blow the whistle? I mean, possible offside. Oh, you'll give it offside now because they've already won the game. Yeah, okay. We've been robbed. We've been absolutely robbed by dodgy referees, dodgy VAR. This is a game that will go down in Luton Town folklore, I'm telling you. Right. 2-0, that's that one done. I mean, I would like to win a game on camera. To be honest, though, that is why I kind of done the Leyton Orient game. So Denea's out for 4 weeks. Williams is banned. I mean, yeah, that's not gone very well. Okay, so next time you see me, we'll be playing Leyton Orient. See you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So we're about to get into the Leyton Orient game. Almost got carried away and played the game off camera. So we'll go to a team selection. This is the team we've chosen for the game. We've got Cavallina in goal. Bubba Ruckman has come in at left back. We've got Burke at right back. With Diku and Lockyer replacing Jason Denea, who's out injured. His injury is for 3 weeks. We've already got Amari Bell out for up to 3 months. Brandon Williams is obviously suspended. And Oscar Cortez out for 2 more weeks. In midfield, we've got Onyeka as a ball-winning midfielder. Breivik, I've moved over from the deep line playmaker to the box-to-box midfielder because that's the role he prefers. And O'Reilly is next to him in the middle of the park as a deep line playmaker. Then we've brought in Pagino and Escoval out wide with Pepe up top. We've got Mads Anderson on the bench with George Bello. Leyton has been moved to the bench. Gomez has come in to the substitutes. Semenyo is on the bench. I've been disappointed with him, so I've decided to give him a game out and bring in Pagino, see what he can do. Darryl Dyke, Colton Morris and Harvey White complete our bench. So let's get into the game. I'm absolutely expecting a win here. This will be a disaster, quite honestly, in terms of team morale if we end up losing against Leyton Orient. So let's get into the game. There's fog again by the looks of it. Get a lot of fog in Football Manager. And let's get into it. So first highlight is in the 2nd minute. Escoval picks it up. Brings it forward. Can he get a ball into the box? It's over towards Pagino, but Leyton Orient bring it away. We win it back with Breivik. Gives it to Pepe. To Escoval. I mean, you look at your right back. He's over there in space. Here's Bubba Ruckman. He gets the ball into the box towards Pepe. It's 1-0. 4th goal of the season for Ricardo Pepe. Wonderful stuff. It's not going to be disallowed. And Bubba Ruckman gets the assist for that one, rightly so as well. Good start for us in the 3rd minute of the game. Let's see if we can get another. Come on. We want this to boost their morale after a run of 1 draw and 2 defeats in their last 3 games in the league, of course. We have got some favourable games coming up with Burnley as their next fixture. We've got the likes of Leicester and Brentford and teams like that coming up. We're quite lucky that, unlike last season, we've not got like Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa, all one after another, which is a lot better for team morale, for dynamics and all that sort of stuff. And Leyton Orient now with the highlight. They bring it forward with Sanders. Ball into the box. We need to clear our lines, and we do. Pagino can now bring it away. Come on, you're a record signer. Show us what you can do. Gives it to Breivik. He's got the potential to be such a good player, this Breivik, as he fires it about 2.5 miles over the bar. 15 shots of goal, only 2 on target for us. Leyton Orient haven't troubled their goal yet, and that is half time. Well, I'd like us to have had a couple by half time, I must admit, but a win is a win. That's how I kind of look at it at the moment. So we now get a highlight. It starts with us with Bubba Ruckman with a throw into Diku to Breivik. Back to Diku and then Ruckman, or Bubba as he likes to be called for some weird reason. But now Leyton Orient are coming forward with it. This could be dangerous. Nice clearance, but it's gone straight back to Leyton Orient again. We need to get better when we do this ball into the box. And we can bring it away now. It's with Escoval. Yeah, we need to get better when we clear our lines to try and clear it to one of our own players. So here's O'Reilly to Breivik. There's a big distance between the two of them. Bubba gives it to Pagino. 2-0. Pagino, his first ever goal for us. Nicely taken from him on his sweet left foot. And Bubba gets his 2nd assist of the game. He's having a good one. Reece Burke's also having a good game. So just past the hour mark, we will look at making some substitutions shortly. In fact, we'll do it now. So I'm going to bring Ricardo Pepe off. He's not having a bad game or anything like that. He's scored a goal, so I can't really complain. But we'll bring Darryl Dyke on, I think. Then Emil Breivik can probably come off, and we'll bring Harvey White on in his place. I actually quite like Harvey White. I'm not overly confident enough to play him from the start in many matches, but he's got something about him and he can take a good free kick as well. Right, I'm going to probably make the rest of their substitutions now. So Mads Anderson can come on for Dicku. But I'm not sure, but I think this might be the first time that the real life partners, real life teammates of Anderson and Lockyer have actually started or teamed up together in the game. I know what I mean. Words are not my strong point right now. Esquivel can come off, and Leyton can come on for Onyeka, I think. Leyton weren't quite fit enough to start the game, that's why he was on the bench. So, entering into the last 10 minutes of the game, we're 2-0 up. This should be a comfortable win for... Oh, God. And now Ruckman gets injured. We can't make any changes. Injuries again in Football Manager 24. And it looks like we're going to play it out to... Oh no, we've got one more highlight now with 3.5 minutes to go. Don't know, that was pathetic to lose it like that, it really was. Show a bit of strength. I mean, they'll score because we're down to 10 men. Mads Anderson clears, but again, it goes to Orient because we can't clear to our own players. Oof, that was a good effort, to be fair. Cavallino having another good game. Another 7 rating for him. Actually, a 7.5 rating for him. That jumped up a lot. Okay, so we've won. The next time you see me, we will do the draw. Villa are through, Liverpool put United out, Brentford have gone out to Newcastle, Man City have thumped Tottenham. Actually, one thing I did want to show you before we get into the draw for this competition, look at this game here. Aston Villa 7, Liverpool 7. Have you ever seen a scoreline that big? A, in real life, but B, in Football Manager, because I haven't. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I saw that. I mean, just look at all these goals. I mean, if you're neutral watching that on Sky Sports or TNT or Amazon Prime or whatever, you're going to have a whale of a time. 14-goal thriller at Villa Park. Anyway, I get sidetracked. I'll see you back for the Carabao Cup draw. Okay, so here we go. It's Carabao Cup quarter-final draw day today. So we will get into that. And there are tough teams left in this competition, as you could probably imagine. So we've got Villa, Brighton, Liverpool, Luton, Sunderland, Norwich, Newcastle, Man City. If you want to give us Norwich or Sunderland at home, I'll take that. I don't mind Brighton. I'd rather avoid Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle and Villa, if I'm quite honest. But let's get into the draw. So Norwich at home will play Manchester City. Of course, they get one of the easier games. Brighton at home will play Newcastle. We're at home. Luton Town at home. Come on, Sunderland. Channel the Sunderland energy. Come on. Sunderland, Sunderland, Sunderland. Oh, we get Liverpool. Well, the Carabao Cup run has come to an end, folks. We got to the quarterfinals, though. Sunderland will play Aston Villa. So that's the draw in full for the Carabao Cup. Yeah, we get Liverpool. Thank you very much. Getting into the schedule as to when we're going to come back. I was thinking probably somewhere around... Oh, where are we looking? So we've got the fourth round we've just played there. We'll probably come back somewhere around Fulham, Liverpool. So we'll play the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. And then, and before that, the game against Liverpool. Because, against Fulham, sorry. Because after the game against Fulham, we've got a really tough run of games, including the Carabao Cup. If you look at that, we've got Liverpool at home in the Carabao Cup. Then we've got Tottenham away, Chelsea away, Newcastle at home, Everton away. We might be able to pick a win up to try and end the losing streak. Then we've got an FA Cup third round tie, which hopefully will be against someone favourable. And then we've got Chelsea at home, Villa at home, Man City away. So, yeah, we've got quite a tough run coming in that spell there. So if we come back for Fulham and Liverpool, I'll then play some of these games off camera and we'll come back sometime in January. Might do something like Man City and Crystal Palace or Chelsea, Villa, something like that. So thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, all that good stuff. And I'll see you for episode 3 tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.